Galloway's support through sight loss. Galloway's Get Active. Johnson's Hillock, Chorley. Hi everyone, James and Jane here today. It's a lovely sunny day, probably about 20 degrees, and we're at the side of the canal, or a spur of the canal of the Leeds-Liverpool section, near Johnson's Hillock Locks, which is just outside Chorley near Whittle. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take you on a 3.5 mile walk, which is going to take in some of the surrounding countryside and also a good chunk of the Leeds-Liverpool canal in this area. So about half of the walk is probably along the canal towpaths. So come along, let's enjoy this sunshine and see what we can find for you. Come on, let's go. So leaving the little car park at the side of the canal, we'll turn left and follow the canal to the end. The canal's on our right hand side. We'll go up a few under some trees and then up a short flight of stairs onto the road. This spur of the canal is the one that would have originally gone through to Bolton Summit. So when we're on the road, we turn right, cross over the road and follow the road for a short distance until we come past some big stone-built houses with a big stone wall, where we turn left down a nice little track which leads past some stone cottages. Nice picturesque little lane this. We've got a stone wall on our left, hedge on our right, and the stone cottages behind the stone wall. The track carries on going and it becomes a tree-lined, shaded, nice little lane. Got a field of horses. There's one with a lovely long mane. It's sniffing one of the other horses, and now it's just reared up on its back legs. It's got a very long mane. I've never seen a horse with a mane as long. Now there's two horses by the fence. One is a dark brown and the other is white and brown with a shaggy mane and what looks like a moustache on its top lip. The brown horse has just nudged the camera lens. So leaving the horses behind, we carry on down the lane till we come to a big house, and then we follow the path to our right, which is down a grassy path and heads into some woodland. Nettles. It got quite rough down this bit of path. Okay, so we've come to yet another walk that is kind of blocked, and the path is not really, well, definitely not suitable for people to come on. You can avoid this section by going where the horses were. There was a path through that field which will link your way round, but we're just going to carry on and just cut through here. So we'll catch you when we get through this tricky bit. See you in a little bit. Just showing a video of a tree that's down, so we had to climb under the tree to carry on down this path, which, as we said, was not suitable for people to go down. Okay, so we made it through that tricky section. Wasn't too bad, was it? No, but it would have been difficult to come through as a group. Yeah, just definitely. As one or two people. Camera's just turning itself off. One or two people would have been all right. Yeah. So we've come from down this way, and we're now joined up to the path. If we'd have come the other way through the field of horses, it would have looped around from this way, coming up round the river, over the bridge. So we've now joined back onto the correct path, and we're going to head down that way. So we're following the river on our left hand side, and we come to a stile which we'll go over. Take care on this because the bank has fallen away a little bit on the left hand side. So we go over the stile and we just keep following the path straight ahead, which comes out of the wooded area, and eventually it comes out into an open flower meadow surrounded by trees. You can hear all the birds singing in the distance. As we go through the wildflower meadow, the path gently winds its way back into some woodland, again following the course of the stream on our left. This could be quite muddy if we've had a lot of rain. And then we go over another little footbridge that's got a handrail on one side, on the left hand side, which leads up to another little stile. And then we follow the path through the woodland, and it eventually comes out onto a little lane where there's a stone farmhouse in front, and we turn left and go over a little stone road bridge, and up past some little cottages. We just keep following this lane uphill until we come to a track on our right hand side which we want to take. Come to a metal gate, and at the side of the gate there's another stile. So looking in front, we've got a gravel track, farm track, leading up through the field, slightly uphill to a ridge. I'm just going past a black and white cow. We follow the path on the left hand side until we come to a farm. We go through the farm, we come to a stone wall with a stile in it. We go over the stone wall and across the field, which is a nice wildflower meadow. Now showing lots of yellow and white flowers, bright blue sky, bright green grass, and some trees in the distance. Across this field we come to a stile into a field of sheep. So you may hear the sheep bleating away. We've got the little lambs. And then this brings us to yet another stile, which takes us into another field. You might be able to hear the call of an oystercatcher. So there's an oystercatcher sat down in the field. I think it was sat on some eggs, which is it's a wading bird, sometimes seen at the coast. It's black and white, and it has a long reddish beak. So we keep following the path across the field. We come to a stile, into another field that goes slightly downhill with a brook at the bottom, past some friendly inquisitive cows. One starts to follow us for a little bit. We go over a brook and across the other side, which leads us to a stile and another footbridge. We've just got some cows coming following us, and they just stopped when I turned around with the camera. So we go over the stile, which brings us to a footbridge. And when I got over the stile and I turned round, the cows were all being curious and looking close at the camera. You can hear one sniffing and bumping the camera lens. Just some friendly, curious cows. Follow the path over the footbridge and we go past some more wildflower meadows on our right hand side, and the path takes us uphill to a few steps and a stile which will bring us onto the towpath of the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. So when we're on the towpath, we turn to our right and head back in the direction of Chorley. So you've got the canal on the left-hand side. It's a nice wide towpath, so there's plenty of room, and it's gravel, so it's a decent footpath along the side of the canal. Now showing a family of Canada geese walking down a bank to get into the canal. It looks like there might be the mother and 4 or 5 young goslings, which is sort of a pale yellow and grey colour. So we'll carry on following the path along the side of the canal, and this will eventually bring us towards Top Lock. When we were at Top Lock, we were quite lucky because there was a barge that was actually coming up through the locks, so we were able to see the locks in use. So the canal boat is just coming into one of the locks now. It's coming in from the lower level, so the top of the canal barge is below the level of the path. It just gives you an idea of how low down in the canal the barge was. So the barge goes into the lock, and then they shut the lock gates behind it, and showing some speeded up footage of the water coming into the lock from the top side, and the barge slowly rising up.
How a lock works. After the lock has been emptied, the bottom gates are opened for the boat to enter. All the paddles for emptying or filling the lock chamber are closed. The lock is half full with a boat ascending in the lock chamber. The paddles at the lower end of the lock are closed, while those at the upper end are open. To fill the lock, both sets of gates are closed.
Once the water's level, the barge pulls out.
The lock chamber is full, and the top gates are open for the boat to leave.
So we're now showing a cast aluminium sign showing how a lock works. And Galloway's had an input into this sign when we did a project with Leeds Liverpool Canal Trust about 10 to 15 years ago.
All paddles for emptying and filling the lock are closed. The gates should be closed after the boat has left the lock.
Now showing some wildflowers on the side of the canal, at the bottom of one of the locks. And then we follow the path which leads to a bridge where we turn right, and this is where the main Leeds Liverpool Canal links up with the spur that would have gone over to Walton Summit. So we go over the bridge, and then on the other side we follow the path and come back underneath the bridge, heading along the canal spur back towards the start point. This is a great place for wildlife, and this is a very quiet area of canal, no boats use it. So it's showing a moorhen, which is sort of a slate grey water bird with a red and yellow beak and a white tail. Just ducking under the water for some weeds. Family of mallards. There's a female mallard with 5 chicks. 4 of them are bright yellow and 1 is brown, mostly brown with a little bit of yellow. So you've got the odd one out with that little chick. We're also lucky enough to find a heron, which is a large water bird, like a stork. It's got a long neck and a big strong beak in the shape of a spear. It's just skulking away in the weeds, fishing. It's got a black eye stripe and it's grey. It's just looking at the camera now, and it takes off and flies a bit further down the canal. Okay everyone, so that's been a walk in the Chorley area near Whittle. and taking in farmland, countryside. We've seen some curious cows. We've seen Oystercatcher, plenty of wildflower meadows, ducklings, what else have we seen? Sheep, or Canada geese.
Oh, yeah.
And we've also shown you a boat going through a lock and how the locks work, and the Leeds Liverpool Canal. So lovely walk, a little bit tricky underfoot in places, but on the whole it's a nice walk, lovely sunshine. And if you'd like to know more about this or any of our walks, just give us a call on 01772 744 148, and we'll see you in the next video. So from me and Jane, it's bye for now. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.